Galdap. Gallop was a bad guy last time, and he didn't record his travels, so you can't watch it. And it was like one of their best travels ever. But Galdap will do the best to recount what happened. Well, last week, as Ellywick decided to turn in for the night, he prayed to Sigil. But while praying, he hears someone else making a prayer to Sigil and notices this person is downstairs. He goes down to seek the person and sees someone praying by the fire. The fire looks to be a pit of darkness with 2 blue eyes in it. Ellywick continues to pray and notices a much more direct connection to Sigil. He also gets the feeling that Sigil is neutral and a chick. Sigil commands Ellywick to go to Green Nest and purge the Scourge, which takes the form of a blue dragon. Sigil also gives Ellywick a physical manifestation of himself, but that should say herself, on his armor. That will grant extra protection. After this conversation, the fire turns back to normal, and Ellywick talks to the lady praying, named Just think of a whale mating call. At the same time, Ellywick settles down for some meditation and realizes that something is seriously wrong in the inn. She casually goes downstairs and notices Ellywick talking to The feeling of wrongness seems to be centered around She catches Ellywick coming back up the stairs and asks him about this new lady. She says goodnight to Ellywick and snoops about the hotel, looking for room. She hears harsh syllables being spoken like evil German and decides she might be biting off more than she could chew, so instead of pushing into the room, she heads back to bed. William reaches out to his patron and gets riddles. After failing these riddles spectacularly, the patron gives up trying to be coy and says that there is a darkness that he needs to stay away from around the inn. He uses his special eyes and roughly sees what has already happened between Ellywick, the lady, and Ellywick. He meets up with Ellywick, and they both decide that they should share the severity of this warning with the group. Neither Ellywick nor Lark seem to care too much, but they agree not to push this new lady. In the morning, Ellywick wakes up early to try to catch sight of and notices 2 drunk people. In the morning, in a bar, and goes to talk to them. William, of course, drinks with them, and Lark finds some meat pies for herself and Tabitha. Then Ellywick eats all the meat pies. 36 meat pies. With a ravenous and gluttonous passion, William takes a drink of his toxic mixture and falls back, knocked out. Ellywick manages to save William once again, and he downs the rest of the bottle because he's frickin' William. You need a bard. In his drunken state, he decides to cast a spell and fails horribly, making everyone invisible to, well, everyone. Noticing that this alcohol has become a liability, Morose plays with William to try to get his... Oh, yeah, I guess Morose showed up. Because that happened? Forgot to write about Galdap's alter self. Anyway, he plays with William to try to get his alcohol and manages to destroy 5 of the 10? 8? Something? Lark uses her mage hand to grab the rest of the bottles and hands them to Morose, who notes that they should only be lit on fire. After all the shenanigans, the group finally decides to head to Green Nest. Going past the Mere of Dead Men, Ellywick again sees the ghosts that she met in the road before, only this time she simply says, "I'm sorry." As they approach Green Nest, they see it is on fire, with a dragon heading toward the main building of the city. Since the day is in its final hours, they decide they should rest before charging in. As they look for a safe place to stay, they notice kobolds heading toward a group of people, most of whom are trying to flee the fire. But a woman stands in defiance. The group rushes to aid her. William puts several of the group to sleep. Morose rushes the group, blasts a cone of cold, destroys 7 of them in one fell blow, much to the dismay of the GM. Ellywick dispatches one, Lark dispatches one, and William finishes off the last. The kobolds seem to have grabbed a lot of loot, so the group grabbed what they could and headed toward the center of the town. They picked their way towards the keep, taking down kobolds along the way, helping the citizens to safety. Inside the keep, they find the commander who wants to grab one of the opposition leaders. They look down over the parapets and spy the group they want to go after. While going through the tunnels, they meet a wounded dwarf with a ring of keys. He passes the keys to Morose and goes to seek healing. The group goes through the door, goes down the tunnel, and Zarevex and Morose find themselves in a gelatinous cube. Morose manages to free himself, but Zarevex takes considerable amount of acidic damage. After a crazy melee, the group finally takes down the cube. They retreat back behind the door and take a rest. And thus, we meet our followers for this week. Doodle-doo, go up out. Man, that was a very long session. I forgot all the stuff we did. It's like, I'm reading, I'm like, my god, I still have like half a description to go through.
We did a lot. You guys did a great job. Yay.
Yeah, we really did.
So, yeah, you guys are behind the door.
I do have a thing in my records that I had 20 gold worth of alcohol stolen from me.
Almost stolen from you?
Actually stolen from me.
From you by you guys.
Oh. Really?
That was the alcohol I got the great deal on in the tavern a few sessions back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are behind the door.
Ta-da.
I think everyone expended their hit die. Yep, looks like it.
Yeah, we took a short rest, right?
Yep.
I don't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did. Did I?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it
Yes.
looks
You can look up.
I did 3 of them.
Me too.
That's right.
okay, so what you doing while you're sitting by the store?
Okay, so we took out the gelatinous cube, and we are heading out to try to intercept that one group that has one of the opposition leaders.
Yes, and it can be, and this was made kind of clear to you guys by the governor Nighthill, that it could be really any part of the attacking party. An officer, a low-ranking officer would be best, but it could be anybody. Get one person and bring them in.
Right, and we're currently headed after where we saw a group was, and they said these tunnels led to it, right? How long have we been traveling in these tunnels so far?
Well,
15 plus the short rest.
yeah, I'd say so, an hour and 15 minutes.
I guess I should say how far, based on where we saw, where we went down through the keep and how far away this group we were going after. Would we have a rough idea that we went like half the way there, or did we just start out, or heading towards where the end of this entrance should be?
So you would have a feeling, oh, I just got kicked from the game. I was not in. I was
Oh, now you're gone.
back on
Yeah,
the
you're
loading
done.
screen. So, okay, so you would get the feeling that you have not traveled too far down here. This is, up until that door, are parts of the castle where the normal castle folk have been. You guys had to move the different crates and such away from that lock, right? So you are not very far into the old tunnel experience.
The thing I'm kind of worried about, and I think what we were debating at the end of the last session was if that group is even going to be there, because like it was a ongoing attack, right? And we took a short rest after a battle, and we just started here. So, I mean, I guess at this point we can still try to go after the opposition leader, but I'm thinking like we might just be flanking whoever's attacking at this point.
Well, it'd still be better to get rid of them than let them continue to siege.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or at least we can go out there and see what's there.
All right, so should we continue on and this time maybe use a light source of some kind?
Yeah, and maybe like, hold something out in front. So if there is a cube, maybe we'll have a chance of catching it before we walk into it together.
Tell you what, why don't you put your invisible sword out so we have literally no idea if it's gone into an invisible cube. No,
Perfect.
I will. Well, I mean, actually, why don't we lead forward with a torch? I would say.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay. Um, you dual wield as well, right? Or no, you dual,
No,
right?
I just want sword and shield.
Okay. Tell you what, since I can dual wield, I will go ahead and use up one of my torches.
Well, I can hold a torch in my offhand with my sword.
Okay. Either way, um, let's see. Ellywick can see in the dark. Who can see in the dark?
I can.
I can.
And I've got plenty of torches.
Yeah, I've got
same
9.
here.
I've got 12.
I have a lantern.
You have a 3-foot object.
Like, what you need to do is you need to put your on your rug, and this totally isn't how the Great Chicago Fire started.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's
So
Chicago?
Zervix, if you want to lead with one of your torches, that will work. But I think that we should at least have another light source or something behind us in case you do stick it into the middle of a gelatinous cube, and then of course it gets extinguished, and we're all kind of stuck.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna light a torch.
Mark your character.
Yeah. Is somebody, one or two people back, want to light one as well?
I can light my lantern.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's do this.
Hold on, don't move your character.
Or I'm sorry. Do you want to do this? Is there anything else we need to do before we back up and go?
No, I think
Ready.
this is fine.
We're walking in a parade. We're walking in a parade.
Obviously, this time we should walk single file.
You know, the other thing we have not really done much with is checked for traps. And I'm kind of thinking a tunnel like this might have some traps.
Yeah, we already ran into it. It was the cube.
There could be more physical, well,
Harps?
more solid traps.
Are you wanting us to walk down the hall here or not move our characters?
Okay, characters can be moved now. I was setting your aura.
Or
Well, it's just a giant white map.
you
it
put
is
the
right
light
now.
around you. See?
So you guys are just walking down the hallway.
Yep.
And looking for things.
Yeah, I think we should stop.
Feeling ahead.
Let's stop like every, I don't know, 15 feet or so and have Lark just make a check or something like that.
I
Oh,
don't
Mark
see the light part.
It's because I don't have it enabled right now. It'll be important later.
Oh, is there supposed to be a yellow circle around people?
I see a yellow circle around
see
you
it.
and Lark.
I see it on Damien's computer, but not mine.
I see it on you. It's a square, not a circle.
You see it?
I see it.
Oh wow, that's
Oh,
weird.
we have to turn our laptops.
Yeah. It's really weird.
Oh, it's probably because of the color settings you have on. Yeah, sometimes the saturation, the color saturation of different monitors won't show, because that is a very, 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 very pale yellow. So
Yeah, I can't see it straight on.
Well, that was cool.
What is everybody talking about this light stuff for?
we've gone from pee pee to poo poo, but I think that's
That's
more
better.
It's kind of dirty light looking now, but
Yep.
Well, it's from a torch. Come on.
It's guttural and sputtering.
alright, so you guys are just walking down this hallway.
Yeah, and
I'm
let's
gonna
have
take a look
Lark
for
check for
traps.
traps every 15, 30 feet, whatever. Sounds good.
Okay, so you guys keep saying that, and then she doesn't check for traps.
What do you want me to roll?
Perception.
A perception.
Do I see anything?
This appears to be dark hallway to Zervix, William, and Lark.
But how does that affect my dancing?
Oh my god, you know I'm not awake enough for that. Stop. You dance wonderfully, but no one can see you.
I'm just amused that I get a +3 to my performance rolls.
I'm gonna keep reaching out for any form of life as well.
Ellywick, as you approach the end of this old tunnel, you come to the Sallyport.
What's a Sallyport?
Port where you sallyport from the key. Think of it as a back door.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. The sallying occurs. It's where like they used to march out from it. So you find yourself in this area, and you notice a few things as you enter. There is a different set of patterns on the floor than there was. This is a pretty large area, right? Because armies and stuff. So yeah, what do you guys?
Sallyport.
Check for more traps.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna take a little closer look at the ground now that we're up there, just to make sure I'm not gonna step into something I don't want to.
So there's still a hole here, right?
What?
There's still something here, right?
I'll finish drawing.
Oh, wait. Where's
I'm like,
the door?
everything just stops. I don't know what's going on. Okay. That's what I was wondering.
We're in a giant tree with a sleeping cube in it.
Here are the different.
The different what?
Different floor pattern.
Are we in a dandelion?
Oh, wait. I bet this is a trap. We need to pay attention.
Okay, trap person.
Trap? No, that never happens.
I was looking for stuff as well, since everything changed.
I'm gingerly touching my feet as I walk,
I don't know if we should.
searching for if anything feels like it's soft or might trigger something.
Do all the tiles look the same? Like, of this different type of tile?
So the tiles with the different marking appear to be made of material. They are a lighter gray color, and they look more well-worn than the surrounding tiles.
Maybe I should try having my mage hand like push on the tiles. See if any of them like react.
Sure.
Do I need to roll anything for that, or does that just happen?
Sorry, I'm just a little bit like slow from being.
Well, check for traps before you push on stuff.
It causes a cave.
Gosh darn it. Did I see anything when I searched for stuff?
Nope. Yes, you saw stuff, but nothing different than what anybody else.
Okay.
Do I see anything magical about any of these floor tiles?
Are you using special eyes?
Always.
No, nothing magical.
Okay. Standard type of kill us traps.
Do the special tiles end in the ahead of us somewhere that we can tell?
Nope, they form the pattern that you see before you. Also one of.
So are we saying like the white squares don't have the special pattern? Okay.
Oh, what is happening here?
It's the Illuminati.
It kind of looks like the tile says hi to me.
Yeah, somebody added that, I think.
Oh.
For once, it wasn't me.
Really? I was actually going to guess it was you. It was not me.
No, I'm behind the evil super cube that's currently asleep.
You're what?
It says on the map, the evil super cube currently asleep.
Oh, you're behind, meaning you did that. I was like, you're not behind there. You're well ways in front of it.
Could be
Alright,
behind
so
it.
should we try and walk around the symbols, or do you think going across them? I don't know.
You said on the symbols they're more well worn.
Yep.
I mean, it seems like it's fine to cross them if they're well worn.
Maybe.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Can we even get past them without treading on them?
Yeah, you can get around them without treading on them.
Maybe we need to tread on them so we don't die.
No, screw it. I'm just gonna walk forward.
Wait, don't do that.
Hi!
So, I mean, I can try my mage hand and see if it can activate any traps, or we can just try and walk on the well-worn tiles.
Or someone just really wanted a decorative pattern to the floor in here.
So these are also worn?
Yep.
And the 3 right in front of Zarovic's are worn?
Yep, the ones that spell higher as well.
Go ahead and use your mage hand.
Okay, I'm just gonna push on the one in front of Zarovic's.
That one?
Yeah.
So as your mage hand presses the stone, you hear a lever click off somewhere in the distance. You hear a splash.
Huh.
You click this one. Little dots into the one.
Yeah, that one right there. So there's a flash?
Splash. Like you hear liquid pouring somewhere in the distance.
Oh, a splash. Well, that's weird.
Push on this one.
The one with no marking?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna push on that one that Ellywick clicked on.
Your mage hand pushes on the ground, nothing happens. The world continues to turn.
I feel like whatever splashed ahead possibly maybe was like part of a bridge or something that we may be losing ground or something, or letting something know we're here. So maybe we should follow a route that doesn't have any of the worn patterns.
I mean, I can get on my magic carpet and go and look ahead real quick and come back.
I think that's a good idea
That's
because
an excellent idea.
I kind of agree with Ellywick that if we are knocking a bridge down or setting off some type of signal, then we don't want to be doing that. But at this point, we don't either. Maybe those things need to happen for us to get across. So I think you should just at least check and see what happens so far. We know one thing splashed, so try to figure out what the source of that splash was, and then we can.
How far does our mage hand go? Like, how far can it be away from you?
Let me see.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Because perhaps we could keep
It's-
said mage hand and poke another thing with it while she's out there.
I have 30 feet marked down.
Well, I mean, at this point, I don't think that us pushing on the tiles here is going to cause anything super bad to happen to us, at least if we just do one. So she can, like, yell at us or something if she finds the source of the splash, and then we can just press on one, I would assume. Or we can use a stick or something.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna get on my magic carpet and I guess go forth.
Okay. So you find yourself continuing through this pretty cavernous room. Finally, as you come to the end of the room, you see a gate. It has no lock.
Okay, can I use my mage hand to push on it?
Sure. Your mage hand pushes, but nothing happens.
Can we still see her? Like, can I still see her in the dark, or?
Yep, so you'd be able to see the twinkle of light, because I assume, Lark, you still have your lantern on.
Yeah, I still have my lantern on. Okay, there appears to be a gate here, but I think it's locked. I can try and see if I can see any lock to pick it.
Maybe we have to stand on these in a certain order.
Do I notice any locks or anything to pick on the gate?
There are no locks on the gate.
Do you see anywhere that could have made a splash? Like,
do I see anything around this gate that's gonna tell me anything about how it works?
or in any of these areas? Can you fly around and kind of just explore?
So you notice, Lark, that this area, the gate seals really, really well. There's no real way to pick it, there's no way to really open it, what you can see.
Okay, I'm gonna, I guess, fly around the cavern, see if there's anything else that I can notice, like water or anything.
Can William see as far as where the gate is with his magic eyes?
Should be able to.
Because if there's no visible lock, but it's locked, magic?
Not
Can't see that.
necessarily.
Nope, there's no magic.
I don't see anything.
It could
Really?
just be a special interlock if we have to step on these tiles in a certain order to let it open.
Do I see anything over here?
You see a wall. It's very
Also, didn't we
wall-like.
get a big, massive amount of keys from somebody?
Yes, you did.
Who got those keys?
I did. I have the key ring, but there's no lock to put a key in.
No, but do any of the keys look like they are not that kind of key?
Not that what?
Something that, I don't know, could be set into something, or because he obviously gave us a thing of keys to get into it, get out, or something.
Okay, so I would like to take a look at the keys and then compare them to the markings or whatever, and see if I can discern anything that I should try. Any insight as to what I might want to do with these keys in relation to the markings? Can I roll insight for that?
Yeah, go for it. You do not see any way to interact with the stone.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've looked over the key ring, but I don't really see any way we could use it. I mean, somebody else could take a shot at it, of course.
Should I try pressing another tile?
Sure, try the X one that you're close by.
Okay, I'm trying this one.
So you hear that, or you hear, so the tile goes down, and there's something.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
You hear the tile go down, then you hear something lift in the distance.
Do I notice anything different about the gate?
Nope.
When I move the mage hand off, does the tile go back up?
Yep.
Okay. So I wonder if we all need to stand on like certain tiles to get this gate open. So one of them was a splash, and this one's something lifting up. Does it make any noise when the mage hand comes off of it? Like, does it sound like something's going back down?
Correct.
Okay, so it seems like maybe we need to do some coordinated efforts to get this completed.
Okay, do I notice anything about the tile that looks different from the other tiles?
Do you want to roll perception?
No.
No, it's you can tell that there's a different pattern out, but you can't just.
You
Well,
keep cutting out.
Here. You can
Tell-
tell that there's a different pattern on the tile, but you can't discern anything else.
maybe we should try one person on each X, and then see. So here's the thing: we currently have 2 light sources. I think those 2 should probably go hit the X's, and then William, you can see. No, William can't see in the dark. Ellywick can see in the dark, right?
Yep.
All right. So if the 2 light sources push on those X's, then Ellywick should be able to look at the gate and see if anything visible happens to it.
Alright, I'll head over to the other X then.
Because she pushed on the X and nothing happened in this chamber, so you should be fine. Although you might want to check the wall for little holes for darts or some stuff.
Alright, I'm gonna head this way.
I love how he's gingerly going around your hastily drawn map. Don't
Okay,
touch
so-
the wavy walls.
This is extremely accurate though.
No, you were. No, it's perfectly done.
Okay, so you arrive at the tile. Are you immediately stepping onto it or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it first and then probably step on it.
So,
Your perception.
oh, is that your perception roll?
Yeah, I just rolled it.
So this tile appears very similar to the one by Lark. So yeah.
Alright,
Step on it.
I step on it.
1, 2, 3, guys.
Okay, so who all is stepping on at the same time?
I guess just us 2.
1, 2, 3, step.
So you 2 step, and you see a lock appear in the door.
Ooh.
Ooh,
There's a lock in the door. Who has the keys?
I have the keys. Here, Ellywick, you've got the. You can see in the dark. Why don't you take the key ring? Or I mean, I can if you want to. I can strike a torch up if you want to.
I can take the key ring.
Okay. See if any of those keys fit the lock. And actually, I'm gonna be So, is the light that they produce only visible in those poop squares?
One of them is, the other one's a lantern, right?
Yeah, Lark has
Yeah.
a lantern.
What type of lantern is it?
A hooded lantern?
That's 30 foot.
So, can she shine it towards the gate?
Yeah, she can try.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make my way over in case anything pops out.
And I can go over also. I mean, my mage hand can stay here.
How long does your mage hand last?
1 minute. No, it's not 1 minute.
Conjuration. It just says cast. I don't know.
Can you click the thing to put your...
One minute. Yep.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, 1 minute.
on currently?
A torch produces 20 foot.
Well, I can just stand on it then if we're gonna have an issue with timing.
Yeah. Why don't you just stay there for the moment? And William can do his best to tickle them from behind. If anything pops through. But I'm gonna be at the ready for if she finds keys. Blah blah blah.
I'm looking through the keys. Do I notice anyone that looks like it matches the lock?
You do. So you find a key that looks old and worn. You see that it matches the material that it's made out of, or it matches the material that the door is made out of.
Okay. I'm gonna put the key in the lock and turn.
You hear a click. You find yourself looking out now at what appears to be a stream area. So this Sallyport leads out to a small little roadway, but it's got some hiding spots to either side.
Well, don't. So you've already opened the door, right?
And the door's staying open.
Correct.
All right, go ahead and take your key out, and then after you take your key out, then Zeravex and Lark get off the tiles. But don't Zeravex, Lark, don't get off the tiles until the key's out, because I don't want the thing to disappear with the key in it.
Okay. Taking key out. But keeping the door. I'm still got a hand on it, and I've just got it like kind of open.
So really, you should think of it as like it's metal pieces, and when you put the key in, the top and bottom separate. Now you can push one down and push one up and walk through.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Okay, I'll draw.
They're more like jaws.
Oh.
This is like the opening.
Okay. Okay, I got it. So if they get off of it, it's probably gonna clamp shut.
The artistic rendering.
Drawn with the skill of a drunk William.
Okay, perfect. It's beautiful. So yeah.
How much pressure does it
there's a
take
lot
to
of,
keep
like-
one of those down?
What?
10 pounds.
How much? I'm asking, obviously my partners, but how much pressure does it seem to keep a tile down?
Well, Mage Hand can't apply more than 10 pounds, so.
So does anybody have something on them that they can give up that's 10 pounds?
We can go
That-
get those barrels.
That's a good idea.
What barrels?
Back in
Back
the room that we slept in.
Oh. How far back is that?
It's just past the currently asleep, hopefully still asleep, evil gelatinous cube.
About 60 feet.
William, you want to go grab 2 barrels? We can roll them down the thing.
Okay, well, the first question is if Ellywick's removed the key, I'm going to step off of the X and see what happens.
Ellywick, where are you standing?
I'm gonna back away.
There,
And,
you stepped off.
Yeah, I'm gonna back away
Barrel.
enough from the gates that they wouldn't look like they'd come clamping down on me.
Yeah, so as expected, the gates slam back up together, and the lock is now in place.
Ah, okay.
I don't see the lock at all at this point.
All right.
All right.
So
we
I'm
gotta go
gonna.
get some barrels.
Yeah.
Wait, Waffle just got you barrels.
Oh,
Did you get 2
yeah.
of them?
2?
Sure.
Oh.
Are you standing
okay.
on one of the pink tiles?
Yeah.
Are you?
You mean one of the ones with the things?
Wiggle.
I wouldn't really do that.
You wanna follow our path.
Okay, so did we get the barrels up here?
Yep, I think you got your barrels. So if he brings them to you,
Barrel.
Okay, I'm going to transfer the barrel onto my tile.
Indiana Jones like?
Your place.
What was that?
Indiana Jones like.
Right, very carefully.
Have your mage hand there. Put the barrel in and take the mage hand away. Wow.
Did any boulders come out?
Please
Nope,
no.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Any gelatinous boulders?
No. We
You
can't
hear a
handle that
weird
again.
squelching rolling sound.
No.
That's as it approaches you. No.
It's not currently asleep.
Okay, so you guys are putting the barrels on both axes?
Yep.
Barrel.
Okay. So the door is in its current configuration. The lock is visible.
Okay, I stick the key in the lock and open it again.
Perfect. The gate again clears, and you look out on the scene of a little stream bed, a lot of cover around, trees and such. You can hear pretty clearly now screaming, different shouts and such. You could not hear any of this if you're inside the Sallyport. It's almost as if the moment the door is unlocked, you could now hear things, presumably hear you.
So are we interested to see what happens when we press that one tile that we heard a splash?
No. We got too much shit to do.
Okay.
On our way back, once we've got the prisoner, you can come back down and play.
Okay.
So does it not lead out to water right now?
There's a stream extraordinarily close, like, that leads almost right to the grate. So,
Nice.
So is the
As
stream
I'm-
deep?
it appears to be shallower over here.
So would we be able to cross it? Or does it look like we'd be able to cross it?
You can
Off the
presumably
wagon and
be
float
able-
across.
Cock it.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to delete everything around. Are you leaving this room?
I
Yeah.
think so. I mean, I can't imagine
Yeah,
why we
we-
want to stay here.
Alright, so it's nighttime. While you're looking out, you see fires burning off into the distance.
Can I see anything around those fires?
More fires.
I like to,
Like
as I'm
people or
looking out, I'd
anything?
like to see if I can discern where we are in relation to both the keep and the group that we were going after.
So you are now off to what you can presume is the west side of the main part of the keep.
I think we should turn our lights off in case
Yeah,
anyone
I
sees
agree.
us.
Yeah, I'm putting out my torch.
Good call. Put out your poop lantern.
The stream.
How do I do that?
So I'm guessing we've come out this way and we're now reversing the direction.
Sure. You can do
Like
that.
playing half-court basketball, if you will.
Yeah, this is a tree.
That's true.
Or is it a rock?
It could be a rock. It's covered. It's not important what it really is.
Oh goodness.
I don't think there's thoughts.
Gap between a rock and a bigger rock.
A tree in it. It asked me if oops.
So it's a rock with a leafy nipple? I just think this is some type of weird boss like, oh, like crazy green eyes.
So I promise I spent more time on other maps.
Uh-huh.
I would hope so.
Yeah. We had an eventful day today, so
Stop spending all your time making cupcakes.
I need to stop eating those cupcakes. It's gonna be like, Gretchen, if you come over, you can have some. Okay. So yeah, so this is what you find yourself looking out at.
I suggest we all group up and hide behind trees and observe.
It looks like the trees are alive. I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, they keep
With
moving.
the sound of music.
What do you mean the trees are alive?
Moving.
They're moving around.
They're ants.
They're
What can I
ants.
say?
I'm gonna reach out and see if I feel anything.
It seems we've come to an entrance.
You did you reach out and see if you feel anything, or see if like
See if anything's alive. That are creatures that intend harm or help. And
sure. So you reach out, and pretty nearby, you feel that like there's some cattle, some other farm creatures. There's a lot of people and such around, but that's pretty much it. You do get a general sense of fear from the general fauna.
Okay. So what I would pretty much expect going on, but nothing drastic. Like I felt the night before when that lady was around, that kind of thing.
Yep, nothing drastic.
So I'm slightly worried that we just kind of made a safe passage for the army to just travel right through.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well, except the problem is if we need to retreat, we also kind of want that open. Because I was thinking
Yeah.
about taking
Right.
one of the barrels off, but we might just trap ourselves if we do that.
On
Right.
that first door, did that have a keyhole on both sides?
Yes, you saw a keyhole on both sides.
Could we like run back and lock that door just for safety's sake?
Well, it wouldn't be closed, would it?
It wouldn't close with the barrels on, I don't think.
She's not talking about that. She's talking about the door that we slept behind.
Oh, it's 60 feet away? What's
Well,
up
the
with these
trees
skittle
are still
trees?
forming. We could run back and lock it real quick.
Are we going to taste the fauna? They're clearly skittle trees.
They're supposed to be butterfly trees. Really, I just wanted to see what they look like, and then I committed to the idea. They look cool when you layer them on top of other things.
Well, I think we need to get moving. We've already wasted enough time.
I agree.
And if we get there and sneak attack and get back, then we should be able to get away fast enough. We just have to run like the Jesus.
Looks like a banana tree.
I mean, it shouldn't take us more than like 10 seconds to run back and lock that one door, right? Can I do that real quick?
Sure.
Okay.
Don't step into any blobs.
Are we going to redraw that map?
Nope. Go on.
Okay, so I run back and lock that.
Why don't you just do it
first
on your
door.
carpet?
Yeah, I'm going to be on my carpet. Running on my carpet.
Running on your...
Why would you
It looks
run on
funny.
it? Just
It's like a
sit.
criminal at that point.
Just sit on your damn carpet.
Okay, so yes, you're able to go back and do it. You do notice the cube is starting to kind of move a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit harder to kill cubes than you thought.
Oh. Okay, so did I make it all the way back out here now?
Yep, as long as you didn't stop.
You might want to keep going.
I didn't stop. No, I mean, I went back. I quickly locked the door and then came back out. And guys, that cube was kind of wiggling. We might need to worry about that going back.
Oh, okay. I would say then let's not consider this a way back that would be safe.
It'd be a good thing to lure them into.
Ooh. Or push them into. And then we
Well,
can
we've
close the
got
gate on them and
options.
have them slowly die to the cube. You know.
Well, we've got options. Let's get moving
Yep.
forward. then.
Let's continue to move.
Can I check? Do I notice anything in the stream that would have plopped down that we heard earlier?
No, not really. I mean, there's rocks and stuff. One of them may have fallen. You just watered.
Okay.
Is
I
the
want to
stream shallow enough for me to cross?
Oh,
The fuck?
Hold on.
snake.
Snakes on a stream.
Is that a nega?
There's another blob.
We're fucked.
Naga, please.
Nothing's easy.
Okay, so yeah, there's water before you. No one's in the water.
All right. So, and you said it looks shallow enough to go through.
Yep.
All right.
Even for me?
No. For the short people, it's gonna
Well, I'm staying on my carpet.
How deep does it look to me?
roll me perception.
Doop, 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 doop. Where's my perception? There we are.
You would say this is probably about 3.5 feet.
Well, how fast is it going?
Here, Ellywick, climb on my shoulders.
Yeah, we could just pick you up.
That's when Morose drowned Ellywick.
Shh.
Yay! Perfect.
That didn't come up, but shh.
Do we see anything across the
How big
stream?
is Morose?
He is a medium creature. You can out.
Big enough.
Can I sit on his shoulder? Like, is it big enough for me to sit on his shoulder and like, or should I just be like piggybacking him?
I actually did not hear what you said at all over Sean laughing.
Is he big enough for me to be like sitting on his shoulder, or should I be piggybacking him?
Whichever one pleases you, but you can both.
All right.
Rose, what would you let me do?
You need to leave both my arms free so you can grab around my neck, but obviously don't choke me.
Can I just sit on your shoulders?
I don't think you can just sit there. Just
So as everyone's crossing the river, I need all the people who have feet in the water to make me a dex check to see if you slip at all while you're crossing.
I'm gonna use acrobatics to get through
Sure.
because
I need you to describe to me how you're going to use your acrobatics with Ellywick on you.
sure. So I'm going to with the natural gait of
Gazelle.
a hardened warrior, I'm going to be eyeing the best position and placing my faith in the most solid steps. Jumping here and jumping there, but not jumping too much because I don't want to slip.
He's going to throw Ellywick halfway across, jump off of her head to the other side in a nice flip.
As she slowly
The same way that, like, if you recall from the swamp that we were in before where I saw those patches and I was doing crazy stuff like that, it's the same exact thing I'm going to do here.
Perfect.
I'm gonna have my legs wrapped around his waist as well.
So,
Yeah.
Ellywick, I need you to make me a
Be a strength save, right?
yeah, to see if you get thrown off, if you can hold on.
And actually, so when,
Strength save or just strength?
as I'm doing this, I want to have one hand free for either. Well, obviously with acrobatics, stabilization is a big thing. So I'm gonna have one hand free with stabilization, but also, you know, if I slip, I can recover, or if she slips, I can try to help her, that type of thing. Like,
Strength save.
Yep, and you do it at advantage if he's helping you.
oh, that's wonderful.
Good, because you needed that advantage. So you both make it across. So everybody else who's crossing, I need you also to make me.
Yeah, as she gets off, like as we cross and she gets off, I'm gonna turn around and prep for anybody else that might have any issues.
Dervix, you are able to make it across while the ground feels slippery. You make it smoothly. Clark, are you floating over?
Yeah, me and Tabitha are on the carpet.
Okay. You make it across.
Don't want the cat to get wet.
No, Tabitha wouldn't get wet.
Yeah, we don't want
If that is
to.
true.
Other word for a cat to get wet.
Lawful.
Yes,
Are you crossing?
I'm debating it. The water looks scary. It's about a half lick deep.
Come on! And I wave him over. Let's go.
Get
Oh,
you
I
to
have
do.
a cantrip that can fix this.
Through water.
Well, I was hoping that prestidigitation could do something, but it doesn't
No,
have anything.
prestidigitation cannot do anything.
Then I looked to see if thaumaturgy could do something, and it can't. This is how I drown.
Just walk. behind. Cross the stupid river. Stream. It's not a river.
Stream. It's not a river.
Well, it's probably not going to kill Stream, the serious part of the river.
I want to try and hunker down and be as stealthy as I possibly can before we move on.
Do we all group under the same set of trees?
I get disadvantage, so I fail that.
No, that was not very stealthy. So here's the thing. Your character would not know it failed at stealth. So you would think that you're probably pretty stealthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the opposite. I want to cover two sides, so I'm gonna head to this side and go stealthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good roll.
Assuming that I'm super stealthy, I'm going to use my other.
Ouch.
Goodness.
Where are my rolls tonight?
Oh, I need this to make my.
So we've got a quiet tree and we've got a noisy tree.
No, Ellywick's on your side.
I'm not.
No, she got off me.
Who's on?
Where's Ellywick?
She's
right
really
here.
stealthy.
Awful.
Oh, geez, she's in the tree.
I'm under the tree.
Don't climb up. You're horrible at climbing down.
It's you.
Okay,
Okay.
so what do we see in front of us?
3 branches.
You whore.
Do we see anything in front of the trees?
I don't know how I can see branches in front of me. I'm pretty tiny.
I didn't describe what type of tree this was.
It's a bush.
Yeah, it's actually just a giant bush. It's a. What are those things called? Pussy willow.
Bushes.
Here, in case you.
Okay, we have had the avoidance of a wet cat, a giant bush, and a pussy willow. Apparently, the innuendos continue on to this week.
Hold on. It is in the Wikipedia article to you guys.
I don't think that that's actually there.
There's even a picture of a child with a.
Glad to see we're in kindergarten.
Ellywick does not approve of our childlike behavior. Okay, so first you asked what did you see, right?
Yes.
So you see before you fires in the distance. You see a mill that looks to be on fire. You see a few other buildings. There appears to be a temple that you can see people around. Again, it looks like either it's being set on fire or is already on fire.
All right, I'm specifically looking for fires that would have been used to have like the enemy, like if the enemy made some fires to commiserate around or anything like that. Any types of command points.
From where you're at, you do not see any.
Okay. Do I see any people close to us? Any enemies or otherwise?
Make me a perception roll. Nope.
All right. So
I'm also going to look around.
again, so you said we saw the keep here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nope.
All right. So there are no people. You said we saw the keep. Where are we? So I'm remembering where the operative that we were trying to capture was. Where would I see that we are in relation to the keep and where the operative was? When you go.
You, in relation to the keep and to the person that you saw, are going to go towards that officer.
Can you at least ping or something where the keep would be? Like, is the keep over here? Is the keep over here? Keep in front of us?
There's a secret entrance to the Sallyport.
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess it'd be behind us, wouldn't it?
So, you would have last seen your target.
Lark's petting her kitty.
Mouse is having a
Animal. Apparently, Lark doesn't know how to pet her kitty.
good. So that X down yonder is where you would have seen your person.
All right, guys. Let's move forward and stick to the bushes if there are any bushes or anything.
So is there any other cover along the path, or is it just kind of a straight shot?
So it opens up towards it opens up considerably. So you start to lose all the trees and such. There's fires everywhere.
Well, we need to prepare and I would say be stealthy and try to apprehend the person. Stay away, like obviously don't walk directly towards the fire. We want to walk around.
Right.
Yeah, let's walk around though so that the fire doesn't shine upon us.
What's the X for?
That's
the
where
spot?
we would have seen our quarry.
Okay.
Was that the High Commander?
That is the officer you marked as being someone very high up.
Okay.
All right, I think we should head this way.
Shall I cast Pass Without a Trace?
Might not be a bad idea.
I would like to say that you currently don't know that you're not stealthy.
Yeah. I would say definitely Ellywick shroud us, and we'll try to get over to where we saw the person.
How far is it? Like 70 feet?
If we move quickly, we should be able to get there.
Yep. I was just thinking about speed and time.
Oh, we have a whole
Ignore
hour.
that.
I like to believe Larry's trying to charm.
Trying to charm who? Or Kitty, so she can pet it right?
Our person can only target a person. Oh, a humanoid.
Alright, so what are you doing?
Ellywick's casting Pass Without a Trace, and then we're gonna head over out of the way of the fire. Ellywick's gonna stay in the timbers. Ellywick.
On Farrah's reading.
What?
She was
You
reading.
have to stay with us, or we don't get the.
I know.
Oh,
Why
this
is
part.
everybody spreading out?
We're not trying to spread out. Trying to stay together.
I was double checking what my spell said.
Alright, so just to double check. You guys were all walking,
In a blob.
but you're not really checking for anything?
I feel like we should, because a cart just came up.
Bring out your dad.
Oh, is that a cart?
Oh my God! What? Why do we just now see these things?
I would think
I
that if
feel
there
like
was
I would have
something
seen these
within
things
30
already.
feet of us that we would be,
There's a house.
especially with the light source there.
To be fair, I did tell you that things were on fire. I'm just adding the item that is now on fire.
You tend to do these things after we already know what we're going to do.
You said there were fires. For some reason, I initially thought you meant like bonfires.
Yeah, I thought you
That's
meant
what they look like.
campfires.
I'm recalling back to another life where I went upon a woman at a campfire, and then as I got closer and was already there and decided to go there, treants spawned all around me, and I didn't notice them at all. Trick?
Did you learn your lesson?
Yeah, let the GM draw the entire map instead of actually moving forward. Even though she draws it after you move forward.
Okay, in all fairness, I told you that things were on fire. So
Right.
I'm just drawing it in.
Do we see any people around here?
No, so this is actually very silent.
So I am going to be on high alert here. So if we encounter anything,
Lost William.
I need to know.
Did he get lost in the haunted forest?
Yes.
The haunted forest.
Briefly. Nice in here.
Got a skittle bush, a dark tree, and a regular tree. There we go. Oh gosh.
Where are you at?
Haunted forest.
He's in the haunted forest.
William.
Don't
Safer
trip
in
on
here.
gumballs, because that's very obviously
I
a
mean-
gumball tree.
I have a 120-foot range on Eldritch Blast. I can literally cover this entire map from the haunted forest.
Come on,
Okay.
you need your participation ribbon. Participate. Alright. So we continuing along?
Keeping an eye out for things, listening.
Yeah, so as I come as we go around one of the fires and the light source is now behind us, or at least to the side of us and not immediately in my vision, I'm going to check for stuff. Psha!
So off in the distance you hear chanting.
Does it sound anything like the chanting we would have heard in relation to the Tiamat stuff? Actually, yeah. Would I recognize the chanting being around Tiamat history?
Well, you would recognize the chanting
Oh.
to be
To be what?
you recognize the chanting to be in Draconic.
Yep.
And you already you have an 8.
No, you need to take my other roll. It's 8. They're both 8.
Yeah, I was like, what? So you recognize it as Draconic. You recognize words like Tiamat, Bahamut. You hear both these words. Obviously, they are vastly different.
Baphomet?
Bahamut.
Oh shit! It's the cultists. I can hear it. I know this language. Where do we hear the chanting from? Which direction?
No, not. Give me 1 second.
Back to the haunted forest.
For some cannot go sideways. Here from over here.
Over where?
Towards where these houses. And
Off
stuff.
to our left, I hear some chanting. It's a ways away, but perhaps we can still get our quarry and get back safely. Alright, so now that I hear that stuff over there, I'm like, hurry, let's go.
Do we want to go to the X first, or do we?
Yeah. We want to avoid the dragon people. Valaviel, come on.
So as you guys start heading towards the X, you can tell what. So it's quiet around you, right? So there's these crackling fires, this thing mysteriously off to the side that Maros has heard. There is nothing really around you.
So
Nothing,
we don't see
no
anything in
one.
front of us?
Alright, let's go back.
Do we see
Where's
anything
me?
where we like are expecting things to be?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we see tracks?
You want to make me a roll for that? It's nature or survival. Most likely, I'll go to you as survival. There are tracks, but it looks like many people have walked on them. You can't really tell. Either many people or one very busy person has walked on them. You can't really tell a number or an amount.
I want to try and
Tell.
take a good look at it.
Me too.
Apparently, I can't see shit.
Ellywick. So, Ellywick, you can tell that you see these tracks and they are moving mostly this,
Into the fire.
and you can tell that there are some humans, some kobolds, some other tracks that you don't necessarily recognize.
It looks like they're all going towards the I don't know which direction that is. I'm going to be pointing to my group and whispering quietly.
Towards our left.
It looks like it's going towards our left this way. But I don't see anything around the fire, right? You said this
No.
whole area is quiet.
You don't see anything around the fire. The fire in front of you would obscure anything that you were like. If you were to look at for something in front of it, you would obviously be able to see it. But if you're looking for something behind the fire, you necessarily wouldn't be able to see it.
Right.
Guys, our mission is to grab this person and get it back to the keep. We need to just stick to that and not be distracted.
Yeah, I think we need to move out this way and give the fire a wide berth and most likely head towards those cultists chanting.
But you said we did see somebody up here, though, right?
That is where you did see somebody.
Right.
But that was 4 hours ago.
Right.
Oh, I
People
thought
move.
she said we just saw it.
Nope, that's where you originally saw that person. I thought that's what you were asking.
No. I was asking what was there now. Is nothing there now?
Nothing is there.
Nothing is there.
Oh, well then.
Then I
guess-
guess we should head towards the chanting.
Yeah.
Give that fire a wide berth. Or is right here looking shadowy?
Well, you've got your
Can't
pass
see.
without a trace.
I know, but we don't want to push it. We don't want to go like right by a fire.
Yeah, but everybody stay out of the fire. Thanks,
Like,
Ellywick.
I'm asking.
I could
is
just
this-
cast darkness on all of us, and it would literally put out any fires we walked by as we walked by them.
Perfect. They will never notice.
Well, you said it's the night. It's dark anyway. They're not going to notice a giant blob of darkness walking around.
I've
That's
watched
kind of
enough
true.
Ghost Hunter shows to know how this works.
Does this area have a lot of shadows?
Yes.
Okay. I suggest we take
Yep.
that path.
Let's go.
The cart looks suspicious.
I'm giving that a wide berth too.
So as you're passing the cart,
You want to check it
Can
before we
check the
pass it?
cart?
you want to?
Sure.
Huh.
Oh god.
No, just give it a wide berth.
Okay, so as you're passing the cart, you hear a coughing and sputtering. There's a person inside the cart.
I'm not
Ah.
dead.
You can't see much without getting closer to
Think
it.
I'll go for a walk now.
I think there's someone in the cart.
We really don't have time for this.
Everyone in the
What?
group,
How?
everyone in the group would hear that individual sputtering and coughing and cursing, and
Somebody
you
just
would
stole me.
notice that you hear cursing, and he is cursing the people of Green Nest.
Oh. So maybe we could take him instead of taking the large commander?
You're on the right.
Yeah, you're all the way on the right of the map.
Yeah, but I didn't do that.
Something's gone.
Slowly move you back. I don't know who did it. It was not me.
I did not.
I didn't think you could move
Only
somebody
one that
else.
can move you is you.
It wasn't me, I swear. Like, it's just moving.
Damn it, Barzu.
Have this talk. I need to step in.
Right. Yeah. No, that's a good call. Maybe they are an officer that we can take back. It'd be great if we can avoid all the chanting.
What do you guys think? I mean, if we probably took back like a higher ranking officer, we might get more information out of them, though.
They said a lower. I thought they preferred a lower ranking officer.
They
Was that
probably
true?
want most information. Why would a low-ranking officer have the information they need?
Thought
Mr. Military.
they said that.
Nope. They did?
Yes.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know
Well.
why, but I don't question it because that was the command.
Well, they told you that if you grab too high of a high-ranking officer, there could be a retaliatory attack.
Yeah. So let's check it out. So,
So you want to have a stick?
yeah, I've got 2 swords. That's a stick.
We don't want to kill him.
No, but so I'm gonna go over and see if what's in this cart.
Okay. So what you see is a bleeding, bandit-looking individual. He's wearing, despite his great hat, he's wearing leather armor. He appears to be mortally wounded.
Mortally wounded. Okay. I'm gonna tell everybody to stay in the group, or stay in the little pass without a trace group. And I'm gonna step out and say, bah, freaking snap. Say, identify yourself.
He coughs and laughs and says, "I got his name.
I forgot his name. Am mortally wounded."
One second. I fully am the one you see. Damn people of Green Nest. And he kind of laughs, like a maniacal laugh.
Are you with the group taking over Green Nest?
He grins at you, and there's blood in his teeth, and says, "Taking over, we'll leave it to the dragons. We're just here for the gold."
So you're not a part of the cultists.
He laughs again, and it's once more a maniacal laugh. He appears to be close to the end of his life.
Is he a captain or not?
Ellywick, are you running up to the cart and asking, "Are you a captain?"
I ask, are you a part of the cultists?
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I'm trying to decide whether or not to heal him.
Right. If he's a part of the cultists, we heal him. If he's not, we don't.
So he says, "I was hired by the cultists to come to this shithole of a town."
Good enough. Ellywick.
Wait, we need to tie him up first.
We can while they're being healed. It's
Okay.
So we're gonna grab a mercenary who probably was just paid to come here with no information, and we're gonna.
well,
try
he's
and
paid.
bring him
He
back.
has orders though, and they want a low-ranking person. This would be the biggest throwaway ever. They wouldn't care if this guy lived or died. That's why he's here. That's why they didn't bring him back.
But this might be a little too low.
It could
Okay,
be.
so you're healing this guy. You guys are discussing what you're going to do with him.
I think we're tying him up too.
Yes. We're binding him.
So what else are you guys doing then?
I want to ask him. So you're here for gold. What gold?
So he's on the mend now, and he's a little bit more peppy. And as he says this, he says, "Well, mostly all the treasure we can get. Anything that shines." And he looks at you, and he looks over. Do you have your carpet out, your rug out?
No, I think it went. I put it away because we're walking in a group.
So at any shining anything, his eyes kind of gleam on it. So if you have something out that shines, looking at it.
I'm gonna ask him if he is a captain or in one of those realms of officership.
Sure. So you ask him, "Are you a captain?"
Yeah, and I'm gonna do it in while I'm healing him, kind of as a very calm and like the way like a doctor is talking to you to like keep your mind off of things, so that I'm like subtly trying to getting information. type idea while I'm healing him.
Alright, so are you gonna try to use persuasion?
Sure.
Talking with him, and he is a little bit more tight-lipped, but he does tell you that he is a member of the cider beers. Might be thinking. And you get the feeling this is a mercenary company.
Okay.
Are you gonna try
Oh.
to get any other information
Well, I
from
was
him?
gonna be like, have you been with them long?
And he looks at you and grins and says, "From the start."
Oh, so you must know what they're up to pretty well. You seem like you're pretty deep in with them.
Okay, so I'm gonna consider this a contest at this point. So make another persuasion roll, and I'll make a roll for him. So he laughs again. This time less maniacally, a lot more sanely, and says, "As deep as a mercenary can be." So you get the feeling that yes, he is a higher up person in this.
Yay!
I'm gonna ask him, are you feeling any better?
So he's a little bit off put by your extraordinarily cheerful manner at this point. Like, we're surrounded by fire, flame, and death, and you want to know if I'm doing okay. He is bound, so he can't really do anything, but he's starting to struggle a little bit.
While he's looking confused, I'm just gonna say, oh, I'm just used to trying to keep people's spirits up when I'm healing them.
He kind of just nods his head, like, uh-huh.
I'm trying to kind of like play off of the fact that I'm a little cute gnome and not really threatening or all that bright.
Oh boy. So he just kind of goes, uh-huh, and he's starting to look at his binding now. So you have this man, you have him, I don't know if you've left him in the cart or not, but
Easy transport in the cart.
Until we get to the stream.
Maybe it floats.
it's a boat.
So he's healed, he's bound. I'm going to move over to William and quietly ask if perhaps we should put him to sleep and get him back quick.
When people say putting to sleep, do you mean like forever or just a little bit?
Just a little bit.
Or
So that
You guys all going to cluster around the park?
Guys, we have our charge. We know what we need to do. Let's get back before that ooze wakes up.
anytime you went
Well, you just said you're going to cast sleep, right?
yeah, but I can cast sleep from almost half this map away.
I mean, does that sound like a good idea? When I go up to William, I'm gonna be like, do you think we should put him to sleep?
Well, first of all, I'm going to check him around like I've done hundreds of times before, checking for weapons in the boot, back of the belt, all those secret places that people like to hide things.
Anywhere you check, you find a weapon.
Awesome. So I'm going to disarm the hell out of him.
Are you just throwing the weapons on the ground?
Anything look useful?
No, these appear to be a little bit better than common weapons, but they're nothing extraordinarily special. They would not replace your current weapon.
Alright, so I'm going to toss them all into the fire so that people don't immediately just see that disarmed one of their officers. And I'm also going to look for any marks of rank.
Sure. You do find a patch of ribbons on his shoulder. There are varying colors and length. You can assume pretty safely that in Sorkos, this is a sign of rank within a mercenary band.
All right, so I'm going to take that off of him and pocket it. My plan is to give it to the commander to tell him who he is, but I don't want him to hold on to it.
I'm confused. Just show up with a guy and say, here.
I'll say we found this on him.
Well, it's attached to his armor. So you're ripping it off the armor?
If it's well, I mean, is it like a pin, or is it like incorporated into his armor?
It's like roughly sewn onto the armor.
Okay, well, then I don't think we can. Yeah. No anesthetic this time.
Just take his shirt off.
All right, so I say we need to get this guy back before that ooze wakes up. We've got to get back to safety.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Are we taking him in the cart or?
Did we bind his legs? Can he walk?
I mean, we can bind it into. We can bind him in such a way that he can walk but not run. That's what I'm assuming we would do.
Okay. Did we put him to sleep or is he still awake?
Still awake, because if I put him to sleep, half the party's going with him.
That,
No.
and we then have to carry around something that it's a rag doll.
Right. I say just have him walk then. Just keep a rope attached and you hold on to it also.
Yep.
Okay. Start walking. I'll go ahead and take lead with, or I guess Zervix is taking lead.
What was his name again?
Oh, yeah, give us. Tholium. Tholiam.
Type it in.
Tholium. Oh.
Oh, damn! Look at me.
Oh, William.
Oh, William, you say?
Sound like to me.
Boy, that seems like a
yeah.
randomly generated name.
It's actually not. I wrote it down earlier and then totally blanked when it came time.
Okay, so William, you need to stay behind us. I'm gonna start taking the. I've got his rope, and I'm gonna start taking him with everybody else that's going. We've still got Pass Without a Trace, right?
We should.
It's an hour-long spell, so hopefully if we do see the ooze, we can pass without a trace.
Are you bringing the cart with you?
I was.
Thought he was walking.
No,
he
we're
can-
just walking him.
Is he walkable? Does he look like he can walk?
He's walkable at this point, but the cart is definitely coming with you at this point in time because he's not moved off of it. So,
We can't move.
are you
Why is
walking
the
him to
cart
work?
coming with?
No, there was no cart. If you told me there's no cart.
See, he
There was
doesn't
no
come
cart.
with the cart.
I mean, we
Not
can
the
take
cart.
the cart as far as the river, but
It might
Okay.
make a lot of noise.
yeah, I agree. Let's just walk him.
Walk.
Okay, he's right there.
All right, I'm holding onto his rope, and William needs to stay behind, so if anything happens, he can tickle him.
You notice that he's whistling a little bit.
Rats.
Should we bind him? Bind his mouth? Gag him?
Well, no, I'll turn around and I'm going to intimidate that. You can stop that, or we can bind, or you can stop that, or I'll stop it for you. Oh, really? With a 4?
He is not intimidated. He kind of puffs his chest and says, "Nothing wrong with a bit of whistling. No harm, no foul."
Okay, so I've got some leather scraps, right?
You really gonna do this?
I'm casting prestidigitation to change the sound of this wizard, his whistle, to be just harmless mosquito buzzing noises.
You look
Nice.
Yep.
That's some intense mosquito buzzing.
Yeah, but it's fully within what that
It
spell
is,
can do.
it's
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Because I was almost gonna do that, but I like that spell.
Alright, so he looks a little bit put off, knowing now that his stuff is. Tabitha looks really confused, and Barzy looks really happy. They think they're getting food.
Does Barzy peck at the guy?
Barzy pecks at the air, confused, and then looks at Ellywick and says, "There's no mosquitoes here."
I'm sorry. Maybe there will be some once we get closer to the stream.
Can I eat the man?
No.
Can I try?
What was that?
Can I try?
No.
You're not looking.
No, you may not try. We need him.
Can I poke his eye out?
No.
Well, he doesn't really need his eye.
Dervex, don't leave me.
All right. Yeah, somebody needs to take Ellywick
Yeah, I
over
guess
because
I do
I'm
have
gonna
to
be holding on to this guy.
I'm getting back on my carpet with Tabitha.
Okay, so the moment you get on your carpet, Lark, that William says, "That's a nice carpet there," and I don't think your your spell affects him.
Prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
I can say it sometimes, and sometimes I don't think your spell affects his normal voice, just his whistle.
I told it to only affect its whistle. I guess I could do it to change all of his E sounds to A sounds just for kicks.
I don't know. Alright, so he's definitely eyeing your rug.
Ooh,
Well, he's not gonna get it, so.
eyeing stuff, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
stay
stay
away from him while I'm on my rug.
How much slack is there in the rope?
I'm leaving about 1 person length. So it's pretty close.
Dervix, you'll have to make a roll to get across the river. Ellywick, you'll have to make a roll to hang on.
Strength.
Damn!
Okay, you make it.
Oh gosh.
However, you make it, but Ellywick falls.
But she should be at advantage.
No, I'm not doing an acrobatics thing. I'm just walking through. Would she still need to do a strength save?
She
then?
should be at advantage, isn't she?
She would be at advantage. She would still need to make a strength save to hold on to you while you walk.
Oh, okay.
She made the other one. She would have made the other one at disadvantage, but Muro said he was helping her, so then it put her at advantage.
Ah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So, Ellywick, you're fine then. Don't be at advantage because you walked.
Alright, so I'm going
You're
to.
crossing, Ellywick.
Yeah, you crossed.
Oh, okay.
I'll
I'm
help
putting
you.
my carpet back in my backpack.
So William needs. I tell him you need to stay here until I safely make it across, and I'm going to try to sort of search for the place that I went before, pick those same stones, and this time I'm going to play with the length of the rope. I know I've led prisoners before, so I know when to pull it tight, when to leave it slack, when to pull it tight, when to leave it slack, that type of thing. So I'm going to try to time those instances with the stones and the path that I found before.
Going with this situation you set up, you will be at disadvantage. Person on the other side of the rope.
Yep,
Only
I understand
one
that.
Going forward with you.
I understand.
You fall.
Okay.
He falls. He critically falls. He knocks himself unconscious as you guys are starting to go. Make me a death save, Morose, to see if you get back up. So you're able to recover, but again, your
All right,
prisoner is unconscious and drowning.
that's fine. My number one priority is just to hold on to him. And I say I need some help. So I'm assuming where do I fall? Can you ping where I fall?
Hold on.
Okay.
Part
So
of
does-
the issue.
So I'm
Another
over
guy is
here.
just like,
I fall. I regain my step, and I say, "I need some help," and I'm trying to slowly make my way over to the bank, to where people can help me.
Okay, Falafel is right behind you, so
yeah.
Yeah, but there are also other people that are on dry shore, even footing, that can help pull. I just say we need to get him to the shore, because the first thing is just to get him there, then we can resuscitate him. Whatever. We just need to get him to the shore.
Can I use?
So,
Can
Go
I use
ahead.
my mage hand to kind of lift his head out of the water?
10 pounds is about the max for that, right?
That's head.
Yeah.
8 pounds.
He has
He's in
a
the
big
water,
hat,
so it's lighter.
glorious hat. I'm sure you can use your mage. to lift
Use
his
your
head.
mage hand to swipe his hat off, then take his head out
Take
of
the
the
head off
water.
and be able to lift his head. No. Okay, so you've lifted his head. Are you putting him in like the recovery position at all? As you're kind of moving, like are you tilting his head off to the side? You're noticing that he's not coughing up water. Whew.
I mean, would I know of any special recovery positions?
You would know that you probably want to tilt his head like a little bit off to the side, and then in general, everybody would know that it's a good idea to put people on their side. A recovery position.
Okay, so that's what my mage hand will be doing, is tilting his head to the side. I'm assuming they're pulling him out.
Yep, I assume
Yep.
you guys are also pulling him out?
yeah.
Yes, you crossed the river. Awful.
Is he gonna cross the river?
Yeah, I'm reeling him
gonna
in like a
float away.
fish on that rope.
Yeah, actually, you just see him bobbing down. His hat goes off into the distance.
Not the hat.
It's okay. I'll make it all better. I'll cast Spare the Dying on him as we send him down the river.
Okay, so he is unconscious. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna see if I can just pick him up so that we can go.
Is he breathing?
We need to at least resuscitate him.
So he is not sputtering water. You don't see a breath.
Resuscitate.
Is he feeling okay now?
I mean, he's breathing. He's still unconscious, but he's breathing. Well,
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Then
If
I'm
he's
going
unconscious, he's easier to move.
And he won't take my rug.
I'm gonna toss him over my shoulder.
Okay.
I don't know if that was needed or not.
Pile of people on. Yeah. So you guys head back into the keep.
Yep.
Yep.
So you make your way back into the Sallyport. You do see your barrels still on their positions. Do you do anything to remove them?
Yeah,
I
let's
think-
definitely knock him off.
And once everyone gets in.
And you make your way to the locked door for the gelatinous cube. So
He's still sleeping.
no, you have to check. Preferably with your face.
No thanks.
So we see the cube ahead of us.
Well, so when you get to that door is solid, I believe.
Yeah, but the cube is before the door, isn't it?
Yeah. On our way back, we'd run into the cube before we hit the door.
I'm gonna ask somebody with sight before we like. I don't even want to get in with torchlight length. I want to ask somebody with sight to see what the cube is doing.
Ooh. I can get a perception roll.
And the cube is now bread.
Awful, you don't even see the cube.
Well, considering it's transparent, that's pretty standard. Or it's not there.
Do I see the cube?
No, you don't see a cube.
Um, Do we light a torch?
You guys want to?
Well, at this point, since neither one of you have seen the cube, I think we need to light a torch.
My
All
hands are full, so.
right, I will light.
That thing's transparent. It's difficult to see in the dark.
That's
Even
true.
in light.
Well, we might see it shining or shimmering splendid. Yeah, so I'll light a torch.
You guys aren't outside.
That was pretty creepy.
But okay, so a torch is lit by who?
Me. And I'm gonna take points since Zarevex is carrying the prisoner.
So you
Guys, I see some houses over here. It looks like one of them's on fire. I guess those people shouldn't have left the oven on.
so back to the comment before about drawing things in. Really, I was just waiting for you guys to make a decision. And
It's okay, I added annotations.
oh, somebody's drawing the hallway.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take point up here.
Who's drawing it?
Hey, the hallway's wider this time around. I approve.
Obviously, I have torch in one hand, sword in another.
Can you change the color of the torch?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
You go back to poop torches.
Sorry.
Ooh, torches.
I'm used to that color being the color of the light.
There we go.
But,
What is the color of this torch? Is it William Shatner? Chat torch?
what is this purple box?
Death cube.
It's way more in the middle of the road than we wanted it to be.
Let's see. Okay, so you guys continue going down. The cube doesn't appear to be squelching. Really appear
So-
to be doing much.
So do we see it then?
Moros, at this point, you do see it.
Okay.
You also see a few rats kind of floating inside of it.
Gross. Go to the side. Although we're still technically in Pass Without a Trace, right?
Yep.
Alrighty. Good to know.
All right. So you've passed the door now.
Okay.
We've locked it behind us again.
Okay, so you've passed the door. You've now entered kind of like the old tunnel area, and you are now standing kind of on your entrance to the keep.
And we relocked it, right?
You said you were.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you gonna do now with this dude?
We gotta take him to the commander.
Okay, so are you going straight to the commander?
Hi.
Yeah.
Those are our orders.
Perfect. Well, you're taking it to Governor Nighthill, correct?
Sure.
So you approach the governor, and he has some of his guards around him, and the dwarf that you met before. He looks just as kind of ruddy and worn down as you did before. Who is drawing a box?
Not I.
Oh my goodness. I have to take away map drawing privileges.
I'd say it's probably William.
Potentially.
It's definitely William.
Potentially.
My prisoner teleported away from me.
Yeah, into the governor's office. I could. Setting up. What we're doing. Alright, so you guys approach Governor Nighthill, and he's ecstatic.
Wait, what's his name again?
Governor Nighthill.
Nighthill.
So he is ecstatic to see that you guys have brought back a prisoner. And he and some of his guards begin to interrogate this man. You guys are there, and he says, "Would you like to help with the interrogation? And how do you know that this man is of the battle?"
Well, he said he was a mercenary, and he said he'd been in there a long time and knew pretty well what was going on.
I want to warn you, though, he also said he's strictly there for the money and everything, so keep your valuables hidden. Or use the valuables to your advantage when interrogating him.
Very interesting, he says. You. He offers again to have you help with the persuasion of the prisoner. So, with that starting, are any of you going to help with the?
I can always lend my.
You're not even in the office.
I'm in the office. I can always lend my expertise, and I crack my knuckles.
Perfect.
Is the prisoner awake?
He's also backward.
He what?
Okay. So no, he's still unconscious. One of the guards has water and is ready to splash it on him. You guys gonna or say anything before he splashes him?
I'll go up there and smack him.
The guard laughs and says, "No need for water," and sets the water back down.
Whack!
So, Governor Nighthill kind of gestures towards Morose and says, "Ask the questions as you will so that we can figure out why they are attacking this town."
Alright. So, is he awake?
Yes, he's now awake.
Alright. So say, nobody can help you now. You're in our keep. You have no idea where we are. What can you tell us about the force you're with?
Are you trying to intimidate him, or
Yep.
do you roll me an intimidation?
Yep.
Ooh. Oops. Okay, so he laughs again, the same laugh you've heard before. It says, "I owe no loyalty to these cultist scum. I'll tell you everything you want to know about them. They're here for your gold and your treasures, and more for your treasure than your gold. And we've been looting the area around Greenfield, and we finally got to this small piss-ass town."
Your treasure, and I mount myself in front of him, and of course use height to my advantage, and I say, "What treasure are they after?" And I make a special point of emphasizing treasure.
Anything that's shiny and anything that looks good to a dragon. Hell, they've even got a dragon brood somewhere around here. There's been talk about those eggs.
What color?
Okay.
He looks confused. He goes, "Well, there's the blue dragon in the sky." But he doesn't seem to know anything more than that.
What eggs are they after?
So he kind of looks at you and says, "You don't have to be after any if they have their own. They've got a hatchery for that."
Do you know where the hatchery is?
So he looks like he's thinking pretty hard about it. Are you also going to start questioning him, Zervix?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can charm personal.
I feel like
So he needs a DC 12 for it.
you're unsuccessful. I say it looks like there's a weird gap in your chart.
Yeah, it worked really weird there.
Okay. But no, you're unable to track him. But he's now aware that you tried to charm. He goes, "You want my pretty little words? I've told you all I know. There's not much more to these people. All they chant about Tiamat, Tiamat, Tiamat. They want their stuff, but their gold is good. And hell, they only really care about the treasure for the hordes."
For the hordes, you say? Where are they taking this treasure to?
He doesn't look like he knows. He looks like he thinks about it and then kind of just shrugs, like this isn't something he's been told.
What are your specific orders?
He grins very wide and says, rape, pillage, and kill, and take all that you can. All the treasure for the cult, and all the gold for the mercenaries.
That's fine. Who do you report to? Who's your higher officer?
This he does not say.
Okay, so I slam my hands in front of him and I say, who is your higher officer?
Ooh, he does not respond.
With a 18, really?
I'm sorry, I rolled a natural 20. He does not respond. Are you gonna try again?
Well, their gold pays well, but how much do you value your life? And I take out one of my swords and I take my lodestone and I just kind of start sharpening it.
Okay, so roll intimidation at advantage.
Really?
Oh.
Looks like you're fumbling and cut up your finger.
Yeah.
It's alright, I got scales.
He's questioning if you know how to use a blade. So he's not intimidated, and again he repeats, he has no special loyalty to these people. He has no reason to protect them. He was told, go and get gold, destroy everything that you can, the treasure for the cult.
Does he have any gold on him?
I would have searched him and found it.
If there had been, Morose would have noticed there's no gold currently on him. You can pretty safely assume he was left for dead and his own people picked him over.
Nice. Oh, they are mercenaries, I suppose. So I turn to the governor and say, is there any specific information you want us to get out of this guy?
He shakes his head and says, no, this answers why they've come. They've obviously come for the treasure of these people. And then if they've been looting the green fields on their way to Green Nest, then I suppose that answers that question.
You have
I
dungeons?
don't have much to pay you with. Most of our treasure's been taken, but they did leave our gold. Help us end this cult of Tiamat here, and help us recover from the attack. Then we can pay you. He offers 250 gold pieces a person if you help end the attack on Green Nest.
Goodness.
And recover the treasure?
What?
Do we have to recover the treasure also?
Yes, he'd like you to recover the town's treasure, or at least as much of it as you can.
Got it.
Cool. So he gestures to his guards to take away the general. Not all what I wanted to read. The mercenary, and he's taken away. So as everybody is chillaxing quite happily, there's a sound from the distance from outside. The Governor Nighthill goes out onto the parapet. Do you go with him?
I go with him.
Yep.
It's dangerous outside. I'll stay in.
I'm going to follow.
I'll stay in.
Alright, so
Having flashbacks to this one time that we went onto the roof of this building and then suddenly dragon.
That's alright, I can talk to him. Nope.
Suddenly dragon. No? Nobody?
Nope.
Suddenly Seymour? No? No? Okay.
we've talked about this before, but sometimes you bring up really obscure things.
It's a musical. Okay.
That just coincidentally not help me at all.
No, that's what she said. Really obscure.
It's not really obscure.
Okay.
So you guys move out onto
That
this
parapet is fucking huge.
What?
If that's the parapet, that's large. It's bigger than his office.
It's comparable to a large segment of the outside encampment area.
But so what happens is from the darkness, since you guys are those that are on the parapet, you see a creature stride into the dim light of the dying fires that are surrounding the keep. Although it is shaped roughly like a human, it is at least 7 feet tall. Its skin is covered in blue scales, and its fingers bear wicked claws. And its face has the muzzle and reptilian eyes of a dragon. You call out in the light of the keep.
Looks like Dragonborn. Can you take my
Creature
poop light
stops
away?
about 80 yards from the main gate of the keep and scans the walls. A line of kobolds fan out behind it. With their spears, they prod 4 human prisoners into the dim light. They make out a woman, a teenage boy in a blood-soaked tunic, and 2 children. Then the half-dragon creature hails the keep and yells, "Defenders of Green Nest, there has been a successful night, and I am feeling generous. Do you see these 4 pitiful, useless prisoners? We have no need of them, so I will trade them back to you. Send out your best warrior to fight me, and you can have these 4 in exchange."
I'll go.
Wow.
Okay.
He did say the best one, right?
Yes, he did say the best.
Well, Zervix does get them rolls.
So as you guys are standing there, one of the guards looks down in horror and says, "No, not my sister." And he recognizes the people there. You have offered yourself, Zervix?
Yep.
So Nighthill says to you, "My friends, you've demonstrated your prowess all through this frightful night. I realize this is an awful burden to ask you to bear, but Zervix, if you will go out and defeat this horde, then you will help my militia, and you will save 4 more lives this night."
I'll
Yeah,
help
go-
as best I can.
Well,
All right.
so only one of you gets to go out.
Oh, only one? Oh, I thought. Okay. Go, Zervix, go.
If I'm hearing
going.
screaming, I'll join the parapet.
Everybody. I can.
You cut out there.
Hold on.
So, how far are these people in the front from the from us in the parapet?
They're 80 yards.
Yards?
Is there anything around there that's climbable that would help him?
So
And what's your AC, Zervix?
18.
Okay.
Before you go out, let
He's
me
got the help
cast
from
Shield of
Sigil.
Faith on you.
I'm gonna cast. Are you well healed?
I'd look like I'm probably scratched and bleeding a little.
I'm going to very quickly cast healing word over you. Or let me check which ones. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds over you. Oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. It didn't tell you what it was. 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability. So that's my spellcasting ability is 5, right? Or is that
it should be, yeah. I haven't looked recently, but yes.
okay?
It's a mini Morose.
Oh, it is really tiny.
5.
Okay, I'm full health then.
Okay, and then I'm gonna cast Does it look like there was much to climb? Sorry.
Where are you looking?
Just out in that area, is there, does it look like climbing ability would be helpful at all? Like, is it just pretty much a empty arena?
It's an open area. What you see before you is a rough circle made of kobolds and other warrior types. And this half dragon champion. There are some boulders and rocks, a little bit of rubble that's back behind this circle of monstrosities.
But no trees or anything?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Then
Zervix, have you started walking out towards
Yep.
this creature?
Where are the
Couple
prisoners?
spells on him before he went out.
Yep.
yeah, I'm gonna cast this really fast bark skin on him too.
Alright, so as Zervix approaches, you are hailed by this half dragon that says, "Ah, champion, you have joined." And he releases the two children, but holds the woman back. He gestures to the kobolds around him and says, "A one-on-one for honor's sake. If you break the rules, the kobolds and I will destroy you." And it's a lot of people. It says, "Let's make this honorable."
I agree. So I guess I'm going to try and go through into the arena.
Sure. So as you approach the kobolds part way, and they allow you to enter, you can enter whatever part you want, but they do allow you entrance.
I'm gonna look back over towards William and them, and shake my head at them. Yeah, to get William to turn off his shield of faith, because that makes me shiny, apparently, from reading it.
They don't know that it's not your natural glow.
I guess.
Okay. Whoops. I just set the health points here. Unless you want somebody with... Alright. So you now stand face to face against this creature. Surrounded by kobolds. Two of the children have been let go. The teenage boy and the woman remain in their captivity. Let's roll for initiative.
We're all rolling for initiative?
Nope. Unless you are planning to not be honorable in combat. Always do that.
What can any of us do from what I think you ended up saying yards, which is versions at 11:20 at night, 240 feet? I don't think there's a person in the party that has a spell long enough to hit that.
So I've written that in yards because that makes it.
80 feet, you might have a chance.
Alrighty, so Cervix, let's do this. So you stand before this creature. It is intimidating. It looks even more intimidating than morose. More dragon-like.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to open it up by charging at him and trying. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to commune with, use my divinity to enchant my sword with poison.
Okay.
I don't want to click it yet. And I'm going to charge at him and attack. I'm guessing a 9 doesn't hit.
No, it doesn't. Sorry, always yawning. No, it does not hit. Are you gonna take any other actions? Do you have any bonus actions?
Well, my bonus action was casting the Channel Divinity.
Good call. Already forgot about it. Hey, it's whatever time of night, and I'm used to thinking action then bonus action. You can do them in either order. I'm just not used to the thought. Okay.
Use half your movement, can't do a bonus action. For regular action, use the other half of your movement, proc an attack of opportunity. The reaction to that attack of opportunity.
So this creature before you, you see a hefty greatsword on it. He pulls back his greatsword, and I assume 23 hits your armor. Not?
I think so. I don't know what would the enchantment on my armor, or I don't know what, you didn't really tell me what the enchantment on my armor would actually be doing as well.
Oh, it's a +1 to AC.
Okay, so no, that would hit.
Okay. Because this would profit.
Right, but that would put me at 19, and if William has the shiny thing on me, then I'd only be at 21.
Right, so he pulls back his greatsword, and it just crushes down on you. You feel it slash into you, and you take 15 slashing.
So that it would actually be -3 on that from my heavy armor mastery as well.
He then pulls back his greatsword a second time, and using his action surge, attacks again. Oops. 21, you said, is your AC?
Yeah.
This time he misses and falls short.
And how much damage did he do the first time? Did you say 15 damage?
Yep.
So it'd be 12, so 35. Alright.
Alright, so it's your turn now.
Alright, I'm going to try and retaliate and slash back.
You do not hit.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna wait.
Is that it?
Flashbacks.
So he again swipes at you with his greatsword. And he misses as well. It's a very epic battle. Heavy hitting at the start, and then a miss as both of you parry around each other. Go ahead and go.
Alright, I'm gonna attack. 20 hit. So he takes 11 slashing and 7 poison.
Total damage. Okay. So that's a mighty blow to him. Does your poison tick?
No, it just, I believe it's just a straight up 7 poison damage.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't think it ticked. I'd have to double check. I'll give it to you straight. I'll just check later.
Now, the question that I had about that, is it, that's a one-time use, right? Like it hits, it doesn't stay for the full minute?
I believe it's only one time.
Okay.
If that was non-ticking, it's a single hit. But I think Sean's gonna check it for me. So attacks again, and he crits. So you obviously take this damage. You take 18 slashing damage as this greatsword again slashes into you.
Alright.
That's his turn.
Alright, I'm gonna try and slash him. 21.
21 hits.
8.
So, in a roar of frustration, Langdrodrosa, which is a guy, opens his mouth. I need you to make me a dex saving throw. Ooh, good job. So you're able to dodge as lightning leaves this creature's mouth. And as it sparks in the air, you can feel it kind of spark around you, but you are successfully able to dodge this.
Does it hit any of the surrounding people?
No, it does not. Maybe. Totally. That guy's toast. Okay. So again, it's your turn, Zervix.
Alright, I'm gonna go and try and just keep wailing on him.
You are
It's a miss.
unable to hit him.
I guess since I dodged.
You'd be a little bit off to the side. So you miss, and then he misses again. The two of you kind of have in a weird dance of dancingness. So it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna attack again.
Hit.
Just double click on yourself and change the number in there to nothing, and it'll erase the aura.
Okay.
How does he look right now?
He still stands on his feet. He looks a little bit bloodied, a little bit damaged, but he still stands well. Then he a 24 hits your armor.
Yep.
So take 6 slashing damage as he lashes out at you. Again with his great sword.
Okay. Is he done?
Gotcha. Yep, sorry. Trying to debate using multi-attack.
Alright, then I'm going to attack back.
Ooh,
Crit.
good hit.
Except it's a 3.
Okay. So he is visibly weakened now. He still stands, but it's hard. You can see him struggling. You can see the kobolds around you getting anxious now at this point.
Is using a healing potion an action or a bonus action?
Full action.
Okay.
So is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
Can I pull out my bow just to have it ready in case they all decide to attack?
Sure.
I would also like to ready Eldritch Blast in case.
And I pull out both my hand axes, one in each hand. Why are we not a part of the circle?
Because you sent Zervix out.
But he gets to have his guys.
I rolled. So again, so in his weakened state, Langdrodrosa misses pretty heavily and kind of almost stumbles through his attack.
I am going to try and get a good slash at him during that period.
Nice.
So he falls, and all the kobolds move over his body, protectingly, right? And you hear a female voice saying, "You have bested our champion. Return to your keep, and we will return your prisoners."
So as soon as I see the kobolds rush, I'm going to rush in there around Zervix. I'm not going to try to engage any. I'm just going to rush around to defend them if they try to do anything.
Okay. So you, so all these kobolds and everybody, they're on the map background, so I'm not moving them. But so they swarm the body and carry it off, and that female voice says, like, "You may return to your keep and take the prisoners with you." Another
I-
day, heroes, in very stereotypical fashion.
Am I able to take his greatsword with me as a trophy?
You
Or did
could
a kobold
try.
grab it?
I will heavily caution you, but you can try.
There are a lot of kobolds on the map. Granted, they can't move because they're part of the background, but I still don't think we should try it.
They
Well,
might
I
have a
mean, I could just go to
disadvantage.
the map layer. Here, I'll just do.
I'm going to call out, I'm going to take my reward, and I'm going to go for a sword.
Are you?
Yep.
Who else is down there?
I'm with him.
Other thing wrong.
Lark is backing away slowly. And I do not have hand axes out. I now have my swords out.
Where?
Did the prisoners already walk away?
No, they have not. They would not have made it out yet.
I'm gonna be trying to get a hold of the prisoners. I don't see where they are, but
It said the small squishy one not out.
Well, at least they're all lumping up so I can Kona cold them nice and easy.
Well, they're kobolds, so good luck.
Yeah, we know what happens to kobolds when I Kona cold them.
What's the refresh on that?
Once
Give
a
you
day.
once.
I was just thinking, because technically we're still in the same day as that previous fight yesterday.
Right.
You have a recharge on it, like a recharge 5 to 6 or something like that.
Recharge what?
You have a recharge on your breath attack.
That was like a once per day.
It might be.
Okay. So these guys are all there. You're gonna try. So I'll let you try to do a dex on it first to see if you can get the weapon.
Dex or sleight of hand, or which one?
Well, sleight of hand is a dex, but if you have proficiency in it, go for it.
No, I just got straight dex.
Well, wait. What is the reaction when he says what he said?
When Zerovic said, "I'm gonna take my prize."
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize you said that out loud.
Yes.
Yeah, I called that out to them.
What happens at night? So they are not gonna let you willingly take the great sword off of this dragon. It should be noted that there's nothing special about this great sword.
Okay.
It's not invisible or anything, like the current one he already has.
There's no special thing. to it.
And this dragon was blue, right?
Yes.
So I didn't kill him. He's just passed out, right?
Correct. You did not do a finishing blow.
I mean, we could kill him.
It was an honorable fight to the death, wasn't it?
It was an honorable fight. No one said to the death.
Oh, like they weren't gonna kill us if we lost.
Exactly.
they gave us. Are the prisoners back yet? Like, where are they?
Well, this is all happening very fast, right? So they would still be in the process of leaving. They would be here. I'll grab some.
Okay, well, if the sword's just plain and they look like they're going to guard it, then I'm not going to try and force my way through, the 50 kobolds to grab it.
They're just kobolds.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
wow,
also
that's genuine.
The fuck?
No mind
That
over
cleavage.
here. It's because I turned off the grid.
I'm also at like a third of my health.
Talk him down, Morose.
They're just kobolds.
Oh, I believe Gretchen and I had this talk at work.
They're not just kobolds.
You're a kobold flash mob.
Exactly.
There's also
Which
not
is-
just kobolds in that group.
So much more.
One of them looks like a rat man.
Almost like a rat man.
One with the weird peeled skin.
I'm rushing over here to help them.
Maybe.
All right, then I guess I'm just going to turn and walk away with Morose back towards the keep or whatever it actually is.
Great.
with the prisoners.
Do the prisoners seem okay? Like healthy for the most part? Or do they seem like they need healing?
They look battered, but they look generally okay. Like, they will make it another day. They're not in any dire
They can be deep
Okay.
fried.
Delicious.
pain with a side of butter and salt. I mean, they're fine.
Nothing like battered prisoners.
Nope.
Good Southern comfort food.
You know what Mom always said? Drop them in the fryer at least 5 minutes. So,
I'm walking back with them, but they're not
Oh.
walking with me.
that's because I'm not walking them with you.
Now that their like food is like
So,
knocked out, does that make Ted in charge?
well, it makes this mysterious female voice in charge. So all the kobolds swarm all these guys onto the top.
Apparently they swarm Ted.
It's a shame nobody can cast like meteor or something and just knock them all out.
See, I
mean,
really
The
wish
one
I
who
had.
made Ted is a female.
I mean, I can, but I'm not an evil person.
They
There's an-
should go over there. They
Just
swarm.
imagine all the XP you could get.
It was an honorable fight, right?
Yes, it was an honorable fight.
And it would have been an honorable barbecue if one of us had done fireball.
The
It's not like they were going to be. Well, I guess they were going to be honorable to us if we won, because we did win.
I mean, I just started launching 66 damage from the parapet. The fight would be over very quickly.
All
Okay.
right, so
So
I mean,
you
because
What?
I totally could have done like Thunderwave and taken a lot of them out, but
I have a thunder attack too.
I feel like that would be against what my character would have done.
Yeah, I mean, they only burned the entire town down and raped and pillaged stuff, so why would you care about that, right?
Well, if they're going to do that, how honorable could they really be?
Exactly.
So at this point, Governor Nighthill, everyone, you guys kind of noticed that blue dragon, the large blue dragon that had been kind of around and destroying the parapet and killing many people. Oh yes, you do get.
Wait, what did it do?
Hold on. Calculate HP.
I derailed her train of thought.
Yeah, I wrote down the number and then apparently promptly smeared it with my wrist. Let's do 97 XP for it. The whole party will take it. You all were not necessarily in the fight, but you were all involved with the fight.
And you had to give such an odd number.
Yes.
That's why I keep my calculator open.
You said 97?
Yes, of each person.
I feel like you should get a little bit more.
I think we should just stick to opening doors.
Right?
Only if we can have a 2-hour discussion first.
Well, we still net 3 extra XP per door, and we don't have to almost lose Erebix.
Fine, just needs a night's rest.
Sure. Cervix, you can have an extra 50 experience for being the main person out there fighting.
Yay!
But that's gonna make it difficult for me to track my EXP, because he always tells me what I'm at.
Wait, don't you have a sheet that does this?
There are
for
2
you?
Zerevixes.
The character sheets.
I think that was not an honorable fight because there are apparently 2 Zerevixes.
Seriously.
He just cast mirror image, it's fine.
Cervix is stoned.
And immediately into a doppelganger fight.
Like, hey guys, welcome back to the keep. Shit got real here. Okay, so you guys enter back into the keep. So he thanks you for Governor Nighthill thanks you for helping with not only the keep and the people, but also getting rid of the champion challenge. You do all notice that the adult blue dragon that had been swooping down and wreaking havoc has left now with the destruction of the champion. So yeah, the night is quiet.
I need to get some rest.
Yeah, is there a place for us to rest?
Are you asking the Governor Nighthall?
Yeah,
Yes,
Well,
we
I'm
have
saying-
barracks that you can use.
I was saying it more as a statement to him, just saying I need to rest.
He says we have barracks that you can use. Sergeant Margoth will take you there. And so he takes you to a barracks room. So you guys are going to rest? Is there anything you're going to do before you rest?
I'm gonna commune with Sigil just before I go to sleep.
As you all head back, Zarevix, find a kind of like a gift basket for you, waiting with 2 potions of healing, so that you can use those as you see fit as their champion.
As their champion, what?
Of Green Nest.
Oh.
Yep.
Does he get lotion? Towels?
Sure.
Those are in gift baskets.
There's also a coupon off of the local grocery store and a can of peaches.
Is the grocery store on fire?
Maybe a little bit.
Grilled peaches for
Is the
50% off.
discount by chance on charcoal?
The discount is actually on fire prevention devices. It's actually just buckets.
Okay.
$2 off on Lordsford charcoal. Lordsford charcoal. Kingsford. Lordsford.
Okay, so you have 2 potions of healing now in your stuff. Zarevix, you said you were going to commune with Sigil.
Yep.
What are you saying and how?
I want to ask Sigil if if the champion that I fought is the blue dragon that I'm supposed to defeat.
You get a feeling of yes, this is right. This is who you're supposed to defeat. But you also get a strong feeling more to be done. Not everything has been completed.
All right. I want to ask, do I need to actually kill versus just defeating in combat like that?
You get the feeling that death is required.
Okay. I thank Sigil for her protection, and I'm going to then retire.
So you also feel your armor is stronger now after doing this favor for Sigil. So instead of being a +1 to your armor, it is now a +2 to your armor against dragons and dragon-like creatures, half dragons, etc.
Woo!
Yeah, and that's all you're gonna do.
Yeah.
So who wants to go next?
Or do we have rooms?
Yep,
Are,
you're all in barracks.
all right. I'd like to go through my inventory and find another one of those bottles of awesome wine.
Oh, my pencil broke.
Who knows? Go to the scary pencil sharpener, quick!
Oh,
I was gonna say, go to your closet.
Walk to the closet.
Up to the closet.
I'll just use a pen. I'll just have to not make any mistakes.
Tomorrow won't come out the closet. Her knuckles
Okay.
are busted.
You were going next?
Yes. Drink another one of those bottles of that awesome wine.
Okay.
Except I can't find any in my inventory anymore.
Yeah, they're gone now. What are you gonna do?
Well, sigh heavily, ponder on it, and then pull one of the regular bottles of wine out of my pack and drink that instead.
Fair enough. Is there anything else you're gonna do?
Nope.
Okay. William, Drink 1. Normal wine. Okay, who's next? Ellywick, what are you doing?
I'm going to do my normal commune with nature. Just reach out, see if I feel any of the creatures, anything particularly nasty, anything particularly helpful first.
So you just kind of feel normal fauna that you would expect to feel in a agricultural area. You get a feeling of nervousness from around you, but
And I can't feel things like dragons, right?
you should not be able to.
Okay. And then I'm going to then Helm a quick thanks and let him know that I'm going to continue doing my best to help out with whatever else needs to be done here before we head back, because it's not just because of helping him, but also because
Yeah.
But because it's also an important aspect of who I am to bringing the natural world right.
Ooh,
Where it should be.
Helm. After his previous champion, who he discarded, just beat the other person. Scandalous!
I can imagine Burrow saying it just like that in dragon dragonborn form, figuratively.
Scandalous!
Picture it now. Okay.
But I'm still not like reaching out to him as if he's like my only patron or anything. It's more of continued help out thing, because I don't really understand the monotheistic ideal.
To be fair, unless you were truly like a priest or something, you would pray to the gods as you needed them. You need to cross a river, you would pray to Umberly. You need justice, you would pray to Helm. You need luck, you would pray to Timor. So the average lay person would go to these different temples and pray as needed.
Okay. Because it's definitely not something that I'm a super religious person, but I understand that everything kind of has its link in this world, and that's important to me.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go give Barzu some snacks and tell him to get some rest and go to sleep.
So Bars is like, wait, I have a question.
Yeah?
Who's Helm?
He's one of the gods. He was the one who helped me get rid of some of my curse.
So he kind of cocks his head side to side, goes, he's the one with the hand in the eyeball, right? And FYI, that is correct.
Yes?
For the rest of the words I want.
7.
No, what is it called? Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Labrador?
Oh. Take me. I think you can figure out where this went wrong when I type this in. Gosh, none of this is what I want. Alright. I will show you a picture tomorrow. So, just as an FYI, that is what the insignia is. Hand, eyeball.
Okay.
On a helmet.
No. Not
I mean,
necessary.
if you're gonna call yourself Helm, you have to be about headwear.
How about Henry?
Free hats for everyone.
Free hats for everyone named Tim. But only Tim. Okay, Ellywick, are you doing anything else?
Did Barzu have anything to say about him after
Well,
that?
Well, no, he's just the one that said, like, he's the one with the hand in the eyeball, right?
Yep. Do you know about him?
Barju tosses his eye around and says, sometimes I like to go to the Gilded Eye. I haven't gone for a while.
Is that
That would mean nothing to you. You could do a history check.
okay? Otherwise, I'm asking him, what's the Gilded Eye?
Go ahead and do a history check. You would know that this is a following of Helm. The Order of the Gilded Eye is part of their. This is their large order in the Neverwinter Wood. There are a lot of people that are a part of it. It's pretty well known. There's both paladins and non-paladins that are a part of it. They do Helm's work in order to have a more ordered world.
Then I'm going to say, oh, do you pray to him often then?
Somebody used to. You don't anymore.
Is it the one who had your eye?
I have my eye.
But before you had your eye, was it his eye?
Barzu Kendall looks very shifty at that point. It's okay, it's my eye now. They're very shifty. You can kind of gather that he's not going to tell you, yes, I took this eye from Helm.
Okay. Then I'm just going to say, okay, well, sleep well, and I give him a few more treats, and
Which he happily takes from you.
roll over and go to sleep. I'm exhausted at this point. It's been a long day.
Alrighty. Moros, what are you doing?
So as I retreat to my chambers, I, of course, do my regular moves and whatnot, but I'm a little unsettled by the fact that I was not the first one to reach out and offer myself as a champion. And then I reflect on the battle, and I try to learn from what I saw from both sides of it, impartially. And then once I again, I'm a little ashamed that I didn't reach out first, so I turn to my books and try to learn and see if there's anything that I can learn to make myself better than who I was the day before. After that, I will turn in.
Clark?
I'm pretty much just gonna go to bed and let Tabitha roam the area looking for rats as long as she stays inside the area of the, I guess, fort that we're in.
You're just going to bed.
Yeah, I'm just going to bed.
So the rest of the night passes quite fast for you guys. You wake to the warm light of day in your barracks. It's mostly empty now. You hear people talking, orders being barked, as people are kind of taking around them. There's a page as you waken. 10 short people messages. Not yet knights. Yet squires.
Depends on their duties.
Page. There's a page, and he has a message for you. It follows all that classification.
Message for who?
For the party in general. And on this letter, it asked for the group to join Governor Nightingale for breakfast, as he would like to discuss with you the attack on Greenness.
Did we do a long rest or?
Yes, long rest.
Yay, 2 more hit die back.
So, you guys are going to talk to him.
With saying, with him there and with him announcing that, I asked for directions on how to actually get there.
Get
Yeah.
to Nighthill.
I want to get there as well.
Yeah, to get over to meet up with him.
So the page tells you, basically, follow me, and we will go to Governor Nighthill. Do you follow? Does everyone follow?
I do.
Of course.
Alright, so you follow, and Governor Nighthill stands in pretty nice bedroom looking, not bedroom, apartment looking area. It's well furnished but not gaudy. He is looking at a map, and what he wants to know is where all the raiders went when they took all of the gold and such. He was there with you when you guys learned what the mercenary knew. But he tells you, I want to know where the raiders went with the treasure of Greenness. I want to know where they've gone and where the hatchery could be. Because that's what the mercenary. Are you guys going to say anything?
Do I know any of that stuff?
You probably don't know anything, but you could like offer your help or.
Sure, we could figure it out.
Yeah, he has offered you 250 gold pieces, remember, to recover some of the treasure. Such.
What all treasure did you have here?
So he looks at the little halfling and says, Halfling, we had much treasure here. The best treasure. From somewhere along. We had a lot of treasure here. A lot of it about the War of the Dragons. Most of it made with gems, all of them from the caves north of here. All of this was taken from us. Anything that shined and shimmered, anything made of precious metals or many gems, heirlooms taken, everything taken. And as he's talking to you, a young man walks up to the group, and he's limping pretty heavily on his big left leg. And says, Governor, I hear that you intend to follow the raiders and see where they've gone. I'd like nothing better than to come with you, but in this condition, I'd slow you down. In the midst of all this tragedy, there's no reason you would have heard about the fate of my master. And he says his master's name is Joseph Olethnar. That name means something to you, Mercs. You've heard that name before when it comes to combat technique.
He just went to pee, so you may have to
Damn it!
repeat all of that.
This is why you guys have to announce these things.
Okay.
Frost, you're in trouble.
Perfect timing.
Seriously, that's great.
Frost, you're in trouble. You just missed a whole bunch of really important stuff that was directed towards you. I was like hearing all these names, and I was like, I think Frost needs to know these. And he's
So, anyway.
Here, I'll re-say it.
Sorry.
So, Governor is talking about, the treasure and everything, and responding to alert. And a young man has walked up to the group, and he's limping. He has a bandaged leg, and says, I'd like nothing more than follow you. But, however, I'd slow you down this condition. In the midst of all this tragedy, there's nothing you would, I can't even talk. There's no reason you would have heard about the fate of my master, Leosin Elanthar. And that name, Moros, means something. He's a well-known person when it comes to martial arts.
Wait, what the who is what?
Spell it out. Pretty tight.
Leosin Erlanthar.
Yes, and that name means something to you. You know him as being well known in martial arts and in all battle techniques. The man continues and says, he disappeared last night after we fought in a particularly savage battle against the raiders. A few others and I fought our way to the keep, barely making it here. Leosin didn't make it at all. We went back this morning to look for him, but all we found was his broken staff and his choker, which he always wore.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out the best way to chronicle this. Sorry.
I mean, if it's along the way of figuring out where the treasure is, then we could take you with and search for him as well, and I could try to heal you if you want.
So he kind of addresses your first question and says, Leosin's been investigating these raiders for months. I fear that he may have tried to infiltrate their group when they retreated, or worse, he may have been captured and carried away as prisoner. No one understands these bandits and these thieves better than he does, and he has knowledge that may be invaluable against them and the dragon cult. When you find their camp, please look for any sign that Leosin is there. One of my brothers has already departed for Bear Dusk to bring back help. It will be many, many days before he arrives. Anything you can do before then would be a godsend.
His staff and what was left?
A choker, like a necklace.
What does he look like?
Wait, I think you both said something else.
I was about to say, do you have a description of what he looks like? So
That's what I said too.
Well, of course I would know what he would look like, because I know this guy, right?
Yes, you have heard of him. You know that he is a human. He has dark hair and olive-colored skin. He is on the average height. He's very thin but very muscular.
I know what he looks like. He's toned.
Like you would know all of this from him. You would have heard stories about him. There's been songs sang about him.
Right. And this guy is he a follower of Leosin?
Are you asking him?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I'll ask him how he knows him.
So he looks at you and says,
Well,
"Oh,
no. I'll say first of all, I'll say how do you know him, and say it in such a way that implies I know about him.
So he goes, "Oh, I apologize. My name is Nisan Waldara, and I am a brother with Leosin. We are both from Bear Dusk, and we were on our way to the great library at Candlekeep, where Leosin was consulting the librarians and researching the ancient dragon writings, and all the folklore that's there, and any techniques to defeat them. He really likes the dragon cults. They're his specialty."
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna trying to figure out again the best way to write all this down. What's his name? Can you type it?
Oh, yeah. There's one too many.
Oladara.
One they disliked?
Okay, so he said he was a brother of Leosin,
Yes.
and what was the rest of it? That I asked him, how he knows him, and he said he's brother Leosin, and what now?
He says he's a brother of Leosin, and that they have been traveling to the Great Library at Candlekeep. Leosin had been looking into the ancient writings on dragons and any special techniques to defeat them. And then he added, "But dragon cults are his special interest."
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to lag so much, but there were a lot of names and places and things to record. So you mentioned that you've been traveling to learn about these writings. What have you learned, and what can you share with us that might help us get him back?
So Nessim kind of shakes his head and says, "Leosin was the one who looked into the dragons. The rest of us looked into the bandits. It would be best to find him and recover the knowledge that he has."
Do you believe he's with the bandits?
He nods kind of solemnly and says, "Yes, I believe he probably infiltrated them and in the fight joined them, tried to follow them back, I would guess. And by join, not like join, but like back with them."
Right. Well, it's lucky then, because we have a bandit captured. Perhaps we can see if he's heard anything about Leosin.
His eyes get wide and goes, "Perhaps we could. If so, my brothers do not need to return from Beardusk with any extra help."
And Governor Nighthill's here, right?
Yes.
Governor Nighthill, is it possible that we could get an audience with our recent prisoner?
He says, "Yes, it is possible. We will bring him quite shortly here."
Thank you very much.
Quite shortly. Got very large, very fast. Alright, so he is in there now.
Okay. Right. And
We'll
Tholium.
pretend that this is Nessim.
No, the prisoner is Tholium, right?
Tholium, yep.
Yes. Did he give his first and last name?
No, he just said Tholium. And there's a good chance he only has one name.
Right. Alright, so he's in a... I would have requested that the governor put us in a small, cramped room, make him feel uneasy. So I'll stroll back and forth and say, "Tholium, is it? I've heard that your group might have..." There we go. Alrighty. Who's that fellow?
That's
That's-
Nessim.
Oh, that's Nessim.
It does not look anything like the description. It's just a different token.
Okay. So I'm going to instruct Nessim not to react. I'm hoping that he's trained well enough that he can do that.
He would be trained well enough, yes.
Right. Okay, so say, God damn it, I just lost his name. Right. Tholium, I've heard that your group may have apprehended one of the members trying to track you down, Leosin. Does that name ring a bell?
You see a flicker of something across his face. He goes,
Ah, so it does.
and he says, "No, not a thing."
And so I'm going to stare him down and say, "Are you sure about that?"
And he says, "Are you intimidating?" Okay, you are. Oh. He says, I am sure of that. But he kind of falters.
Okay, fine. So you've never heard of him. But if a renowned figure across these lands might have come into your capture, where do you think you would take him?
Um, I get the feeling that at this point, Nessun wants to say like something along the lines of like maybe he didn't use his name when he went to go undercover.
Oh, really?
I'm just saying he might not have used his name when he went undercover. Obviously Nessun doesn't say this out loud.
Right.
He is well trained enough to know that he's just gonna kind of stand back and support you in any action you take.
Right. So I look at him and I realize that he's wanting to make it more general. So I just say, okay, so where do you take important prisoners?
Says we don't take them. The cult takes them, and that is how they make more of the cult.
Okay, that's fine. So where do you trade them off to the cult? Where's the post?
He kind of gestures out to Green Nest, like his hand just kind of swipes and says, "There's a path that follows the grasslands and the fields."
You need to be more specific.
You need not cut him off in the middle of a sentence.
No, that's part of the intimidation tactics.
So he tells you that there's a path that goes across the fields, and he tells you you will find a wide swath of grass, and it is heavily trampled. From there, you will know that you are on the way to the cult. It is not far from there that you get to the hatchery. It is a wide swatch of grass that has been unnaturally trampled.
The hatchery, you've mentioned this before. I'm assuming that hatchery is guarded.
He shrugs, kind of like, I have no idea.
Right. So anyway, I know you're with a large group of people, and there's got to be a lot of comings and goings between people that may have been hired versus people that may be true to their cause. I sort of roll my eyes and do some scare quotes. What do we need to say to get into that area? Who do we need to talk to, and what do we need to tell them? What are the special words?
He generally looks kind of like, don't know. Moros, you, from your military background, you would know that these mercenaries probably wouldn't know all the secrets, and that there's a good chance they wouldn't be allowed near the main cult activity. Mercenaries tend to be on the outskirts, only included when they have to be.
Okay. So who's your contact then? Who do we need to talk to get further than you are?
Are you intimidating again?
No, I'm just going to ask him first.
He's
What's
not
the reaction to this? He what?
He's not going to answer you. He says nothing.
Okay, so then I say, you just said you owe allegiance to no one here. So how long do you want to stay in that dungeon? And then I intimidate him.
So he looks a little bit shaken. He looks kind of shaken and he gives up a name. And that name,
Oh.
no, is Athaf Wilson.
Call him Steve.
Half staffs. What now?
Oh, why am I typing this? Athaf.
Ask Wilson.
Athaf Wilson.
Yes.
Okay. So we need to go to where now? I know we need to look for like a trampled down field or whatever. Where are we headed to?
Do I see me as a DM or?
Yes. So what he said, the area that he said.
Yeah, so he told you that you're gonna find this path just outside of town. You're gonna find this wide swath of grass that's been trampled down unnaturally, so in a very distinct path.
Okay, and we need to ask for Athaf Wilson.
Athaf Wilson.
I keep hearing Ash Wilson.
And that's going to go into the heart of the not the heart of the cultists, right? Where the nest is?
It will take you. So you guys are now in the actual main campaign. So,
Right.
But you're very early on in it. So you're going to start going down the road of that. You're gonna go places, kill things, become heroes. It's gonna be great.
Is is it, what do we say, it's a hatchery?
Yes. I know we're all kind of fading fast. Did you guys enjoy tonight? Did you not like tonight?
I enjoyed it.
I had fun.
Of course you enjoyed it. You were the fucking champion. Like always.
I
No,
didn't kill him though.
it was pretty awesome though. It was a lot of fun. And we actually so I mean, we got pretty much the same amount as we did last time. So even though we missed, or even though I didn't record last time for the nobody to see, I think if they wanted to watch something just as cool, they could watch this and see this.
Yeah, I really liked tonight. I thought it had a good flow to it. I thought we got things done. So yeah, but I always like to double check that you guys are having fun at the end too.
Yep, I think everybody's just a little tired, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Before we all log off, what time do